What's up, Premier Planet? It's your Master of Ceremonies, Justin Barlow, coming at you from inside the Premier Studio in Woodstock, Illinois, where we just wrapped up our final event of 2014. We're ready to start right in the next chapter, but before we talk about 2015, let's talk about PPW 43. Your opening contest, the Something to Prove Challenge, again with a new stipulation. We like to mix it up every now and then. Every now and then? All the time we like to mix up the Something to Prove Challenge. Tonight, we had 6 competitors, so it started off, round 1 was a 6-man tag team match. Team 1, D'Angelo Steele, Mirko Jokop, and Jack Carpenter took on Team 2, Mike Valentine, Scott Colton, and Texas Pete. Team 2 came out the victors in that, so they went on to round 2, where all 3 competed against each other in a triple threat match. The prize on the line, a spot in the Heritage Championship match later in the evening. All 3 men fought viciously. They knew what was on the line, but in the end, it was Scott Colton with the most heart who came out on top. Texas Pete wasn't too happy, but hopefully he cools down a little bit and comes back with more vigor in the future then. Next up, we had the first time ever in PPW history, we had a bull rope match between E.J. Jensen and Outlaw J. These two have been at thorn in each other's side for months, and they finally got to settle their score by being tied together by the wrist with a length of bull rope. First man to touch all 4 corners would be the winner, and that ended up being Outlaw J. But neither man left the match unscarred. E.J. Jensen got slammed onto a chair a few times. Outlaw J got busted open, but Outlaw J, your winner in that one. We'll see if this feud's actually squashed, though. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Following that, we had the grudge match. The world-exclusive Matt Vine versus Irish Andy Anderson. Andy finally got to get his hands on the man who's been a thorn in his side for months and months and months. Andy was able to pull off the victory by using Vine's own move against him, even gyrating his hips a little bit like Vine did, which didn't set too well with Vine, who came back into the ring, blindsided Andy with Andy's own chain, and then went under the ring, grabbed a pair of hedge clippers, and attempted to shear off Andy's beard before some of the roster came out for the save. At our next event, though, it's going to be beard versus hair. Andy's beard versus Vine's hair. So hopefully we'll see who comes out of that one a little bit balder, if you know what I mean. After that, we had the #1 contenders match. The future Matt Dewar taking on Chase Gosling. Back and forth these two guys went. A lot riding on the line because the next event, the winner would get their shot to become PPW World Heavyweight Champion. A little bit of confusion in the end. Matt Dewar thought he had won, but it turns out the ref's call saw that Dewar's shoulders were the ones that were down while Chase's were up. So Chase Gosling is now your #1 contender. Following that, we had our Triple Threat Heritage Championship match. Chris Classic defending against the winner of the Something to Prove Challenge, Scott Colton, as well as the one half of the tag team champions and the Challenge Pro World Cup 2014 winner, Alex Bernardino. Usually we do these matches 2 out of 3 falls. Tonight it was only 1 fall, so sudden death rules. Chris Classic came out the winner on that, and he once again retains the Triple Threat Heritage Championship. And then in our main event, it was Malad Akbar putting his championship up against Genesis. This could not have turned more personal. If you remember at our last event, after successfully retaining his title against Matt Dewar, very, very upset, took to the ring, hit Malad with a chair over the head. Malad's fiancée, Jasmine, came into the ring to check on her man, and that's when Genesis took the opportunity to come out and he started saying some rather, shall we say, ungentlemanly things towards Malad's fiancée. Well, Malad heard that, and he wasn't about to have it. He took off after Genesis, and the match was signed for tonight. It looked like Genesis had Malad out when it looked like Malad had passed out while he was in a Boston Crab. But just as the ref was about to count Malad out with the third arm drop, Malad came back to life, and he was able to roll up Genesis, retain his title, and that means Malad Akbar carries the PPW World Heavyweight Championship into 1 full year. So a big congratulations to Malad Akbar on that. Don't forget, our first event, 2015, we start right in the next chapter in our legacy. That takes place Saturday night, January the 10th. Same place, same time. Premier Studio, Woodstock, Illinois, 7:30 p.m. Bring your friends, bring your family. We'll see you there.